Hi, boys and girls. Today we're doing our Reader's Notebook pages in our Lesson 25 section. The first page we will do together is page 141. So go ahead and pause and get there, and then immediately following we'll do pages 142 and 143. So go ahead and push pause. Okay, so first page is our spelling practice. And it looks like we're going to be sorting words into ow, with the OU spelling for ow, and the OW spelling for ow. So let's go ahead and do that with our words. Let me take these bracelets off. They're making lots of noise. Okay, so here we have the word how. Does it have an OU or an OW? Oh, an OW. Let's put it on this side. And how about this one? It has an OW. That says now. That has an OW. Are these already sorted? Let's have a look. That says cow. This has an OW. Owl. Oh, now this is different. That spells owl with an OU. So we're going to put it on this side. And then this has an OU that says house. Found. It has an OU also. So we're going to put on this side. This says out. That has an OW. What does this word say? Gown. Like you might wear a wedding gown. Town. Okay, now these are not going to be included. These are our challenge words. Shout. It spells ow with an OU. And power. It spells ow with an OW. So now what's our job? Our job is to write these. I'm going to put this up a little bit, which makes it so you can't see town anymore, but I'll just put it right there. Let's go ahead and write these down first. How, now, cow, owl, gown, town. Are you ready? How. Ow. How. Now. Now, which ow spelling am I going to use? Oh, O-W. Cow. K. And I'm going to use the O-W to spell the ow part. Cow. Owl. Owl with an O-W. Owl. Gown. We'll put this up here. It'll be next after gown. G. Ow with an O-W. N. Gown. And then town. That'll be our last word. Town. So I think I shall put these away. And now we're going to spell these words into our column of OU spellings. Okay, so these words use the OU spelling for the ow sound. The first word is ouch. Ouch! That bee stung me. House. Then we're going to use the OU spelling for the ow sound. How? House. Found. Ow. Duh. It used the OU. All of these use the OU. And then finally, out. Oops, that's falling. Out. Out. Okay, let's read our spelling words, and then we'll do our next practice page. Ouch. House. Found. Out. How. Now. Cow. Owl. Gown. And town. Okay, now let's do this practice page. The name of this is Contractions with Not. Not. So, let's go ahead and look at some contractions. Okay, so this says aren't. Aren't means the same as are not. So is there a sentence over here that says are not? Oh, right there, are not. They are not in this big box. They aren't in this big box. So let's go ahead and write down aren't. A-R-E-N apostrophe with no letter underneath it, T. Okay, so educated kids do not put any letters underneath their apostrophes, and their apostrophes touch the top line, just like this one. Okay, so I use that one. So now let's look at this next contraction. How about this one? You know what? I'm not finding these. Oh, here's one. This is don't. Don't. The word don't. Which don't means the same as do not, like don't do that, do not do that. So let's try to find one here. Right there. Do not means the same as don't. I do not know where my books are. I don't know where my books are. Let's write the contraction don't. D. Own. Put the apostrophe started on the top line. Nothing underneath it. Don't. Okay, so we used, oops, sorry about that, messed with my camera, don't, and we used, okay, that one's not there, we used aren't. Okay, so now what we have is not, we have cannot, and we have, what? We have do not 2 times. A contraction for the words do not is don't. I do not have a new friend yet. I don't have a new friend yet. They mean the same. So let's write down don't. Don't. Make your apostrophe touch the top line, just a little bitty one. And then make sure there's no letter right underneath it. Okay. Well, the other ones I don't have cards, special cards for, so we're just going to think with our brains. Oh, actually, we have these words over here that can help us. We did don't 2 times. So isn't, is not. That looks almost the same, except it's a contraction. Let's read it with this word in there. This house isn't empty now. Okay, let's use that contraction right here. Isn't. It means the same as is not. Isn't. Isn't. There's only one word left. Can't. Cannot. I cannot do it. I can't do it. That means the same as cannot. So let's go ahead and use that one for this sentence. Can't. I can't find my jump rope. First you spell can, and then we're going to put an apostrophe and a T. Can't. I wish I could see your papers right now just to check out how you're doing your apostrophes and making sure that they're touching the top line and have no letters underneath them. Okay, and for our last activity, we're going to create long sentences. We're going to be joining short sentences to make long sentences. Kirk moved to a new city. He was happy. So we're going to say Kirk moved to a new city and was happy. This pronoun, we can knock it out because we already know we're talking about Kirk. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start my sentence way out here. So Kirk moved. What are we doing? We're making 2 short sentences into a long sentence. Kirk moved to a new city and was happy. Notice I knocked out this period right here and that pronoun that referred to Kirk, and I'm just going to write the action part or the verb part of the sentence. So let's read our super long sentence. Kirk moved to a new city and was happy. Wow, that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words in it. Is that the longest sentence you've ever written in your life? I'm going to have to move this over. Poor kids. Can you see better? Let's get this out from underneath here. All right. So, the city is far away. It is very big. Okay, so I have to make a super long sentence. I know I'm going to have to cross out that pronoun that refers to the city. It means the same as the city. The city is far away and is very big. They want us to write it like that, so we will. The city. So let's start with the out here. City is very big and oh, I made a mistake. Hey guys, we'll just switch the order. We'll say the city is very big and is far away. So we just switched it over, sort of like math, where it sort of means the same thing, even though you switch sides. And is far away. Whenever we make big oops mistakes, we're just resourceful and we correct it the best we can and we go on with our life. We don't smack talk ourselves. We just go forward. The city is very big and is far away. Let's do another one. Kirk made new friends. He saw new places. So we have to make a super long sentence out of those two short sentences. I'm going to do it by getting rid of he, the pronoun for Kirk, and this period's going to have to go too. So we can say Kirk made new friends and saw new places. So let's start out here. Kirk made new friends and saw new places. So wherever you move, you can make new friends just by being kind and helpful to the people around you. So let me read that sentence. Kirk made new friends and saw new places. And then I put my period right there. Okay, that is a lot of writing. But you guys can do hard things. And go ahead. We're done with this video. You can go ahead and pause it. Or actually, this will end on this frame. Finish this up. And you're done. Bye-bye.